Welcome to Live DAF, your online DAF Yomi Shir.
Shalom Aleichem and welcome back to today's DAF. Bava Metzia DAF Mem Hey. We are holding actually 17 lines off the top of the Amud. Lishna Achrina Amrila. So now we refer back to a machlekes between Beis Shammai and Beis Hillel regarding Maaser Sheni money. A fellow has Maaser Sheni produce, which has Kedusha, which then gets transferred onto money. He had some silver coins, which he'd like to upgrade, to convert to gold coins. Basically, he's going to transfer the Kedusha from the silver onto the gold coins. Beis Shammai say, you cannot do so. Beis Hillel allow it. We had one discussion yesterday regarding this machlekes, and actually it involved another sort of machlekes between Rabbi Yehuda and Rish Lakish on how to learn this discussion between Beis Shammai and Beis Hillel. So, according to that approach, yesterday's approach, which was the first of three versions, in how Rabbi Yehuda and Rish Lakish disagreed on how to learn the machlekes between Beis Shammai and Beis Hillel. According to that first approach, it was a question of commodity versus currency. Is gold considered a currency in this context? So that was one discussion. If it is, then it would allow chilul, maser sheni, on that so-called money. Whereas if you consider gold as a commodity, it won't work, because you can't be machalel the kedusha of money onto a product, a commodity, a piece of merchandise. Lishna Achrina Amrila was another second version of this machlekes. Rabbi Yehuda and Rish Lakish had a machlekes with respect to how to learn this machlekes between Beis Shammai, who say you cannot be mechalel onto the gold coins, and Beis Hillel, who say you can. Chad Amar, so one of these two, we're not sure which one, he learned like this. Machlekes b'sloin al dinner. He learns that the machlekes Beis Shammai Beis Hillel pertains to an entirely different idea. Nothing to do with our Perek Hazov, nothing to do with commodity versus currency. Rather, it's a Maaser Sheni discussion. So he's trying to be mechalel silver coins onto gold coins. The Beis Shammai Savri, Beis Shammai hold, you cannot do so because it's going too far. It's already second, third generation from that banana, that original banana of Maaser Sheni. You can't go that far. Because when the pasuk refers to ha-kesef, the Maaser Sheni money, hey means ha-kesef, means kesef rishon, the first generation money, on which you converted the Maaser Sheni fruit onto. But v'loi kesef sheni, you can't go a step further. You can't take the first money and transfer the kedusha onto another layer, another set of monies. You can't do that. It's too far removed. So it's a pasuk, it's a deiraisa that you can't do that. Ubil silul savri, just the opposite. Ha kesef, the extra hey kesef. It could have said kesef. It says ha kesef riba. It's expanding. It's allowing for even more. Vafilu kesef sheni, you can do chilul onto the first money, and then from there onto the second money, no problem. So that's because. So all this is because he's trying to go two steps removed. Beis Shammai say no. Beis Hillel say yes. Aval pears al dinar. But if he has a banana of Maaser Sheni, he's trying to transfer the kedusha onto gold coins directly, first stage. That's okay. All agree it works because gold in this context is called money. Because it's the first generation. It's not two steps removed. So this is one way to learn. The other Amar learned differently. Af beperis al dinar nami machlekes. It's not about second or third generation. Even the initial chilul from the original produce onto the original money, if it would be gold coins that he's trying to use, it doesn't work. And this is because Beis Shammai will hold that gold coins aren't so popular, so common, aren't readily accepted commercially, and therefore it doesn't have a status of currency in this regard, and you cannot do chilul onto it. Okay? Now, according to the first twist, which learned that, according to the first approach, that the point was, it's too far removed, it's two steps away. Money on money, you can't do chilul like that. So then the question is, why do they discuss silver onto gold? Why is gold and silver an issue here? It's just a question of money on money. Bislan and dinner, instead of focusing on silver going over to gold, which sounds like it's a gold-related discussion, speak about silver coins onto silver coins. You're trying to take the kedusha from one onto the other. Says the Gemara. Oh, so doesn't that say something about the gold factor? Says the Gemara, no. If the discussion between Misham and Yisil would pertain to silver onto silver, then I'll be confused. There would be room for mistake, I would think. Perhaps the only reason why Beis Hillel allow it is because it's silver on silver, and they're both considered money. They both have a status of currency, so it works. But suppose he would be attempting to convert, to transfer from silver to gold. Maybe that carries another issue. Perhaps in this case, even Beis Hillel would agree to Beis Shammai that it doesn't work, because you need money, you need currency, the DAF, because gold coins, relative to silver coins, Peirahav is called a commodity due to the popularity of silver coins. In which case you cannot make a chilul, because you can't do chilul from money onto fruit, onto a commodity, onto merchandise. That's what I would think. Kamashmon, that's why the Tana chose to present the machlekes. The Tanaim chose to present their machlekes pertaining to silver coins, which you're trying to convert into gold coins. You're trying to take the kedusha from the silver and transfer it to the gold. To indicate to us that even there, Beis Hillel would insist that you can do it, because they consider gold coins as currency. Tashma, here comes another raya. Hapayret Sela Shel Maser Sheni B'Yerushalayim. This fellow had a Sela, a silver coin, let's call it, a silver dollar, right? And he wants to break it down to pennies, bite-sized coins, so that he can go spend it. Hapayret Sela Shel Maser Sheni B'Yerushalayim. So basically, he's trying to convert silver to copper. Beis Shammai Omrim B'chol HaSela Mois. You can get mois of copper. Basically, he can convert the entire dollar b'chol hasela into pennies, no problem. Ubeis Hillel Omrim, no, do it piecemeal. B'shekel kesef, half should be converted into smaller gold coins. Into silver. Keep it into silver. Ub'shekel mois, the other half of the dollar, let's say the other 50 cents, you can convert it into copper coins. And Rashi explains the reason is because we don't want to overload the banking system. We don't want to. Over here the factor is that if we go and we totally exchange it for all copper, perhaps he's not going to end up using it all, and then he's going to want to reconvert it back to silver, and he's going to have to pay all kinds of fees. So basically, do it piecemeal, a bit at a time, as per need. Bottom line, he is switching. He's doing chilul from silver to copper. So, hashta kaspa, if you can take a silver coin, legabe priti, and move it on to pritis of nachashis, mechalin, you can do chilul, you can do that. We don't stop and say, 1 second, you're going too far. Who says you can take fruit and move it on to money, and the money on to the next money? We don't say kesef rishon like kesef sheni, only the first layer of money, but not the second layer. And this is even silver to copper, which is an inferior type of coin. Certainly if it's silver being upgraded to gold. Why are we inhibited by this first money, second money? Pretty clear from the halacha here, from the Mishnah, that there's no issue of going on and on and on. Amar Rava. Yerushalayim kamaisvais. This fellow is in the city of Yerushalayim trying to spend his money. It's a totally different story. You can't ask from there. Shani Yerushalayim is different. Over there you're supposed to spend the money. Right? You meant to spend your Maser Sheni money and buy anything that your heart desires. So basically, what the Gemara means to say is that here's not just walking into a local bank and converting and transfer. No, he's in the process of spending his money. So it's not like, don't look like he's being mechalel silver onto copper. No, it's part of the spending. That's how you start spending the money. You convert it down to a lower denomination that allows you to spend it. So that's allowed. But if it's just a plain chilul, he's sitting at home outside Yerushalayim. Perhaps you cannot go that far. Once you have the money, you can't take that money and transfer the kedusha onto new money. Tashma becomes another raya of a fellow sitting outside Yerushalayim who apparently has no issue with doing double, triple transfers. This fellow is the other way. He has some copper coins and he wants to upgrade them, convert them to larger value, higher value silver coins to make the trip to Yerushalayim easier to bear, right? Take all your copper and move it into, the whole selah you can turn into silver. No, b'shekel kesef, b'shekel mois. Half of the selah, which is called a shekel, like 50 cents, that you can take your pennies and turn into silver. But the other 50 cents, leave in its copper form. And Rashi yesterday told us because we don't want people, when they get to Yerushalayim, rushing the banks and causing, this tremendous, demand and hiking the price. So therefore, bring along some change with you for, the first, little while that you're in Yerushalayim. So we don't want you to turn it on to silver. Bottom line is, he's a fellow outside Yerushalayim and he's taking money of Maser Sheni and converting it into different money. Ella says the more you write, the Kuliyam all agree on Kesef Riba. The extra hay in the word Kesef is allowing, is expanding all these double, triple chilulim. Afilu Kesef Sheni. Ella Yitma. Rather, let's go to yet a third version of the discussion between Rabbi Yechon and Rish Lakish on how to learn B'Shama V'Yisilo. It's like this. Chadama, one learns machlekes. This machlekes between B'Shama V'Yisilo. B'Slon al-Dinur is speaking where he's specifically taking sloin, silver coins of Maser Sheni money, and transferring it to gold coins. And it's not rooted on a pasuk. In a pasuk, rather there's a rabbinic issue. There's a gzera, a concern. The Bishami Sabri, don't do that. Gazrina, we're concerned. We make a gzera shama yashal yosef. Look, he's looking to upgrade it into that gold. It might take him a while to do so, till he accumulates enough silver coins to fill up the gold coin. So he's going to wait. Yashal yosef. He's going to delay bringing up the Maser Sheni money to Yerushalayim until he gets enough to fill a gold coin. B'dinner can happen that he won't have enough zuzim, silver coins, to fill up a dinar zav. He's not going to bring them up to Yerushalayim. That's a problem. He's supposed to bring it every year. I'm not concerned that he's going to delay his delivery of the Maser Sheni money to Yerushalayim because even if he doesn't have enough silver to exchange for a full gold coin, Asuki Masaklu, ultimately he'll bring it up. He's not going to hold it back. He's going to try, but if he doesn't have enough, he's just going to bring them up as is. So bottom line, there's a new issue. By allowing you to transfer silver to gold, perhaps you're going to wait around until you have enough to exchange for a full gold coin. That's Bishami's opinion. We still don't concern themselves with that. I will have Paris, I didn't learn, but let's say he has a banana of Maser Sheni and he's trying to convert the Kedusha onto gold coins. There's no issue there. Divrei HaKoil all agree, Mechalalinan, we allow it. You know why? They give it to Meraki because ultimately your banana is going to spoil. Loi Mashu, they're not going to leave it around. There's no concern there of delaying. That's one approach. Either Rabbi Yechon or Rish Lakish. Or Chadam, and the other one says, no. Filu Peres al Dinar Nami Machlekes. Even when he's trying to take the Maser Sheni fruit and directly convert and transfer the Kedusha to money, and the money happens to be gold coins, we have to say machlekes. B'Shamai don't allow it, but still allow it, and the reason is because it's a currency definition issue. B'Shamai don't consider gold coins as a proper currency, B'Silo do. Okay, now Bishleim Lahach Lishna da Amrs Dibidaraisa Mishra Shari. So now, according to the most recent version of this machlekes, the most recent explanation, that in Torah it's okay to do all these things. It's just the Rabbanon who do Gozer Bey. Rabbanon are concerned, they hold you back from doing it because it might hold you back from coming to Yerushalayim. Hainu the Tana Yasev Elo Yasev. That explains the wording in the machlekes. Right? This was back on the Mendal Dam Beis. Can he do the gold conversion? Beis Shammai say Lo Yasev, don't do it. And Beis Hillel say yeah, you can do it. So if it's a rabbinic concern, it explains why they use this type of language. Do it, don't do it, because after all, it's our concern. But technically, the chilul can work. Just we're holding him back. But according to the other approaches, that it's a deraisa issue, it's a currency issue, it's a kesef, whether he can do it on the second money, is all deraisa issues. So the correct wording in the machlekes should have been, Beis Shammai say you can't do chilul, it doesn't work. Misal say it does. Why didn't they use that type of phraseology? Kasha, indeed, it's difficult to understand. Itma, we have a new machlekes between Rab and Levi. We all know that chalipin entails switching, swapping. You have one car, you can swap it for another car, and as soon as you sort of take possession of one car, yours automatically reverts to the other person. It makes a flip. Okay, so that's not through kinyan kesef. Kinyan kesef is very different. Kinyan kesef works by way of payment. I'm paying you for your car using this money, right? Chalipin is a swap, it's a flip. Right? I'm giving you mine and I'm taking yours. It's an exchange. As soon as I pick up yours, mine automatically reverts to your ownership. The question is, can we do chalipin with coins? Can I swap coins in this type of manner? Yeah, it's okay. You can't use a matbea for chalipin. Amar Papa, why not? Why can't you, just like any other item, can be used in a chalipin arrangement? Why can't money do the same thing? Because in contrast to an ordinary item, where it has inherent value, a car is a car, right? Its worth is due to its functionality, its benefit that it brings you. It's inherently worth something, right? But a coin, primarily its value relates to its tsura, its form, right? Okay, its legality, the fact that it's considered legal tender. So your mind, your focus is on the value, on the legal value. But that form, right, can be nullified on moment's notice. As soon as the authorities cancel a coin, it's out of circulation, it's worthless. So it doesn't have the same properties as an item of inherent value. So therefore it's not suitable for chalipin, which requires a chayfetz that has inherent value. Let's go back to our Mishnah. Our Mishnah has Zov, Koines HaKesef. Okay, so let's say we're swapping gold for silver. I have gold coins, you have silver coins. Right? So Ruvain has his gold coins, Shimon has his silver. And it sounds from the Mishnah that as soon as Shimon picks up the gold coins, that kinyan on the gold automatically swaps over the silver to Ruvain through chalipin. Maila b'chalipin. So what does that tell us about coins being used for chalipin? Sure, matbea nasa chalipin. No, we're not speaking about making a chalipin arrangement. Rather, he's paying for it. He's using kinyan kesef, actual payment, to get his gold. So as soon as he picks up the gold, the transaction has now been initiated, and he owes him payment for that gold. But if that's the case, why does the Mishnah say hazov koines hakesef? As soon as I pick up the gold, my silver now is yours. I'm obligated to pay you that silver. It's not yours yet, because only by chalipin does it work simultaneously. As soon as one picks up, the other one becomes, here, kesef, I owe it to you. I pick up the item, I do mashiach, I owe you the money. So as soon as I pick up the gold, I'm making a mashiach on the item, so to speak, on the merchandise, on the commodity. I owe you payment. I owe you the silver coins as payment for that gold. Says, well, you're right. Tani, we can revise the Mishnah. Zav mechayev. By doing a kinyan on the zav, it obligates me to give him the gold. I'll even prove to you that we're speaking about kinyan kesef and not chalipin. The Tani Sefer. The Mishnah continues. HaKesef, a meshicha, a kinyan on the silver coins, and a koines hazav, does not allow you to acquire my gold. Why? So now, if we're looking at kinyan kesef, that we're just paying for each other's items in a kinyan kesef payment context, that explains the discrepancy, as we explained yesterday. Because the hava, the gold coins, are considered a commodity, pera. The kaspativa and the silver coins are considered the actual payment for that commodity. Avativa, and when you make a kinyan on the coin, in this case it's the gold coin, the silver coin, that's the currency, pera leikani. It does not affect a kinyan on the commodity. Because as we explained yesterday, when you're paying for a commodity, the meshicha, the kinyan has to apply to the commodity, not to the money itself. So yeah, when you make a kinyan on the zav, which is considered the commodity, that triggers payment, because that gets the process going. But a meshicha on the kesef, which is a form of payment, which is being used in the payment realm, so the kinyan there doesn't work. But if you would suppose that our Mishnah is speaking about a plain simple swap using kinyan chalipin, Tavayu l'kna dadi. Tavayu l'kna dadi. So whether you're grabbing hold of the gold or the other fellow's grabbing hold of the silver, doesn't matter. That is chalipin. We're trying to swap something. As soon as one of the parties picks up, does meshicha on the item that he's receiving, so the exchange happens. The fact that the Mishnah indicates otherwise is reflective of the fact that we're not speaking about chalipin. We're speaking about buying something by way of paying for it. In that case, the meshicha has to apply to the item and not to the money. V'aitani, we have another brayso. Kesef eino koines hazav. Right? The kinyan on the kesef does not give you the other person, right? The kinyan that I make on the silver coins doesn't give you my gold. Okay, so for instance, how? Reuven is purchasing a gold dinar from Shimon in exchange for 25 silver coins. Even though Shimon did Mashiach on the silver coins, Reuven doesn't get the gold until he actually takes possession of the gold. Okay, that's all well if the silver here was used as a form of payment for the gold. That explains why the kinyan on the kesef doesn't really do much. But if there's just a plain simple swap using kinyan chalipin nikni, when I do Mashiach on one item, whether it's the gold or the silver, automatically the swap has taken effect. Okay, so what are you saying? That there was no chalipin taking place, rather it was a plain simple kinyan kesef paying for the other item. So let's go back to the first part of the brayso. How does the kinyan of the zav that I make give you my kesef? So let's say he sold him a gold coin, a gold dinar, in exchange for 25 silver dinar. Once he gets hold of the gold, which is considered a commodity in this regard, nikna kesef b'chamakam shehu. So now the other fellow automatically owns those silver coins. Hold it. What do you mean he owns it? That sounds like chalipin. That when you grab hold of one, the other one automatically belongs to you. If they're employing chalipin, a swap, an exchange, silver for the gold, that explains nikna kesef b'chamakam shehu. As soon as one party picks up the gold, his silver automatically reverts to the other person's ownership. That's how chalipin works. But if they're paying for each other's item, so the silver essentially is paying for the gold, how can we say that if one fellow picked up the gold which he's buying, automatically the silver coins revert to the other person's ownership? Why? Why do we say the other fellow gets possession of the silver at that moment? At most, I owe the person silver payment for the gold that I got. If we're using kinyan kesef. You're right, we're speaking about payment here. We're speaking about that I owe him the silver. What does it mean? That wherever the silver is, it belongs to him? No, it doesn't mean. It means as is, as he promised him. There are different types of coins, old coins, new coins. If the fellow promised him to pay him, 25 silver coins from his new stash, his new pile of coins, newly minted coins, which he likes. He can't give him from the old money pouch, the old coins. Even though maybe those are more valuable and whatever. Why my time? Because he tells him, I specifically asked, I ordered newly minted coins because I'm going to keep them stored for a while and they get old and rusty. So therefore I insist on new coins. And that's what the brayso means. You have to pay as per agreement. You should know, even if coins cannot be swapped in a chalipin arrangement, but even that's limited. That limitation is limited. So basically, let's say we're trying to switch, two coins. Trying to make a chalipin between a gold coin and a silver coin. So yeah, when I pick up the silver coin that I'm trying to get from you, you don't automatically own my gold coin. So the kinyan on the Adbeya cannot trigger chalipin. It's not strong enough to do that. But But let's say it wasn't the coins for coins, it was coins for bananas. So as soon as I picked up your bananas, which I want to get from you, my coins automatically belong to you. they can be included in a kinni chalipin arrangement, as long as they're not initiating the chalipin. How do I know this? Midah Rav Peruler of Nachman. Just like produce, according to Rav Nachman. What does that mean? Peruler of Nachman. Rav Nachman holds that Perur is lav afagav de inu le'av de chalipin, even though they can't initiate a chalipin. So Rav Nachman holds that chalipin must be initiated by taking possession of a kli, something, specific, a kli, like a shoe or like a pen, right? So Perus can't do that, but still they can be included in a kinei chalipin. If you make a kinei on a kli, in exchange for giving away your bananas, those bananas now belong to the other party. They can be affected and carried through with a kinei chalipin. Right? Miknu b'chalipin. Same thing with money. Tivanami leishna, money as well, even though it can't really initiate. So by lifting the money, you can't trigger a chalipin, but by lifting the item, you have an item being exchanged for money, by lifting the item, now the money reverts to the other fellow's ownership. Meisve, we're going to have a kash on this. Bez Hashem, we'll see tomorrow. Bottom line, we had a machlekes b'sham yisil regarding chilul maser sheni on gold. We had several ways to explain it. Is it rooted in Deiraisa? Is it merely Xera v'Derabbanan? Then a machlekes regarding using matbeya to initiate chalipin, machlekes between Rav and Levi. All the best to you, and atzlacha.